All right, good morning, cyber traders. How's everybody doing this morning? Good to see you all. Just give me a little hello. See everybody can hear loud and clear. Good to see you, Michael, Grant, Kent. Good to see you all. All right, everyone on YouTube, Facebook. Good to see you all. All right, so looks like we're having a little bit. No, I'm sorry, a big correction. We're down about almost 400 points. 399 actually at this moment. Just broke 400. Looks like everything is taking a huge nosedive. Looking over here on my watch list, it is just bleeding left and right. I think you probably heard some of the news this morning regarding what happened with Bitcoin. The Chinese Communist Party is telling everyone, hey, take it easy with Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is obviously not looking too good. We're going to be checking them out a little bit, but they just literally just took a huge nosedive just now. And you know what? We're sitting there and, talking about in the room, and this morning we're looking at it and we're saying, not really seeing that much going on, other than maybe short some ETFs or go long some ETFs. But yesterday we had a pretty decent day. We'll talk about what's moving this morning, but it does not look good at all. Maybe it's the inflation I kept talking about. Maybe that's starting to kick in, whatever it is. Maybe it's all the unrest that's going on in the Middle East right now. It could be a lot of little things. But anyway, we'll do our homework and check everything out. But let's just go see what's going on really quick. What we traded yesterday. Well, a couple of nice stocks that we traded yesterday did pretty well. RIDE was one of them. RIDE had a really nice push. You could see here this stock literally at 9:30 just went from like 8.50 all the way up to about almost $11 a share. Really, really, really nice moving stock right there. That one did pretty well. Right, all the EV stocks. Nikola also did a nice little pop, and all of a sudden it came right back down. Workhorse was actually pretty good too yesterday, and and then also Ford was one of them too. And we all know what happened with Ford. President Biden was actually there, and they was showing off their new F-150 electric cars. So that they're really pushing this electric car type of thing. And a lot of these stocks obviously doing pretty well, which I was actually quite disappointed because we saw it let me get back to Workhorse again. I mean, you look at some of these EV stocks. I mean, this one literally when June was at $2.07, thing went to $42, and then we had a huge crash. I thought it was going to come back when it hit some support levels right around here, around 16. I lost money on that trade. Good thing I got out of it because it went all the way down to 8. Remember, it's okay to lose money in trading as long as you don't get out. Like yesterday, one of my, I'm not his broker, but he thinks I'm his broker. He always asks me, my hairdresser, I went to go get my hair cut yesterday, and he's a huge, huge investor. I mean, it's so funny, but this guy's got hundreds of thousands of dollars in the market. And, he's saying, what's going on? This now he says he's been averaging down. And, it's funny, but never realized how everyone in the stock market is in the hair salon business. But even all of a sudden, as people sitting down, oh, I own this one, I own that one. Should I average down this and that? And a lot of people actually are holding on. They've been averaging down. I said, listen, I don't like to average down. It's his biggest sucker bet. Number one it's a sucker bet. Worst trade you could do, cardinal rule, never hold overnights. Second cardinal rule, never average down. Two big sucker bets. And if you average down, and I don't want to sound like a hypocrite. I do average down certain day trades, but if I average down, okay, I am selling within a penny or two if it goes against me like that. Okay, because now you could lose twice as much. You're risking twice of what you want to, but sometimes you don't have a choice but to average down. But if it does come down to it, I'll get out right away. A couple of people bringing a couple of comments over here. Tina's saying the Chinese are trying to kill us. JP on YouTube, it says, look like the headlines China's regarding Bitcoin is urgent. It is, and you know what? Urgent here in China news headlines regarding the crypto will affect the total U.S. market today. Beware, folks. Love that comment, JP and Tina. And listen, everyone regarding here in the cyber group room, you got to be careful. You really got to be careful. Listen, I was never a fan of Bitcoin. I know Josh obviously is. He did pretty well. I mean, listen, if you bought Bitcoin a long time ago, you did great. But I don't know. To me, I just feel like it's the penny stock market. I get really nervous to see something to go from $5 to 60,000. You know what I mean? Is just unheard of. Look at Doji, same thing. A lot of people made money on paper. But remember, I always tell everybody this: you did not make scratch Zero, nada, until you sell that stock. Okay? So don't believe what people always tell you, oh, it's only paper. Yeah, it is paper until it hits your bank account. So I never ever look at exactly, oh, I have this much, I'm this wealthy today, whatever. Until you sell it, you didn't make anything. Okay? And you know what? If it went up high, that's great. There was a lot of stocks I did own it, and good thing I got out of them. I would have got crushed on it. But anyway, let's go on and see what's moving this morning, because there are a couple of good stocks that are moving this morning. Now, listen, you can see a lot of the ETFs are moving pretty well. I'm going to check them out and show you why it's kind of difficult to trade ETFs on level 4, okay? But all the ETFs are moving pretty well. You could see this one, the SQQQs, UVXY. I mean, it's crazy when you look at the stocks during the crash. This thing went from like $11 to 120. You got the VXX, nice little move right there. VIXY. Just to kind of show you what I mean by that, but like this is why it's hard to trade on level 4. Okay, it's all algos. You see that? Very, very difficult to use level 4 when it comes to trading ETFs. Listen, I know there are people that are fans of ETFs. I know there's a good story behind an ETF. The way, yeah, you could. It's more of a basket of stocks that you could trade. But to me, I'm just saying, one of our biggest tools and one of our strategies here is to follow the orders. It's kind of difficult to do that. So if you don't have level 3 or level 4, that's good, because you're not going to be able to use it when it comes to using the ETFs. A couple of stocks obviously taking a hit. I just got to bring this up because this really kills me. Monster went from $100, $160, whatever this is, went to about almost $1,400. Is that a short squeeze or is that a short squeeze? I mean, like, we rarely ever talk about it. It's so funny. You never really heard about it. But MSTR, MicroStrategies, I mean, this thing was just incredible. What a huge, huge run-up. Anyway, it's taking a nice little hit today, and it is a Category 5. So it looks like a really nice short. I know some people are not going to go out there and trade a $400 stock. Listen, you could also day trade an option, which is really risky, but this is more of like second or third protocol. But I just thought that was pretty cool. Pretty cool to see a stock that went up that much and it's coming down that fast. All right, let's go check out some of the ETFs, because some of you guys are doing pretty well on shorting ETFs. So you can see Mara's doing really, really nicely, just breaking lower lows. Mara's got some support levels right around here, around 1830. So let's see how it does right around there. I went to Mara and I went to go check out the iceberg orders, and it's nothing spectacular, but the guy was here. He just pulled his order, and you damn well better know that when you're trading in today's markets, because if you don't, listen, I'm going to repeat this, and if you're on YouTube, Facebook, you got to understand this is the strategy behind it. Students, trial members, you're probably learning that as you in the trading room. If you don't have buyers, you don't have support. Okay? Everybody else out there teaches the opposite. You got to find support. You got to find resistance. There is no such thing unless the buyers are there. Remember, don't focus on the past. It's not always indicative of the future. So you got to follow those orders when it comes to seeing where they are. But we do got some support levels. We're going to keep an eye on it, see how that is. Right on the other hand, I mean, this stock is just breaking all-time lows. Big iceberg order here was right here, roughly about 15,000 shares. Guy got executed. It just broke down a little bit. You could see that little bar right there. What was that about? Big order right there. Got filled. So this stock is obviously, from 8:30 till now, all these stocks have been really, really good shorts in pre-market. Coin, I mean, I hope all those people that worked there sold it when it was at 400. I can't believe it. I had this stock. I had it during the IPO. I traded it. I'll never forget. I sold it because I got scared at $425. I bought it at $422. I sold it at $425. I'm like, damn, I don't know if I could stomach this thing. Guess what? If I didn't, I'll be down half of what I would have had. Okay, so you can't go broke taking a profit. But this is not a very good sign. Remember, when you break all-time lows, I said when it broke that major support levels, when the company goes public, that's not a very good sign. So anyway, all these stocks are taking very, very big hits. We pretty much got them all on. You could see there's a lot of bleeding. Like if you're long, you're wrong right now. So like I told, like, listen, and May, shoot, it's only the 19th. I mean, somebody told me that they were very, very big, very skeptical 2 months ago that they thought May was going to be a huge short, and I kind of agreed with them a little bit. But the only thing that I thought that might help the market a little bit is now they got the mask mandate taken off. Today officially is the day here in New York. You don't no longer have to wear a mask if you're vaccinated. So let's see how that works out. But this whole Bitcoin thing situation that's going to happen is going to affect the market. You can see a lot of these are going down. And listen, the only bad thing about shorting is it's not like the old days. If you've been with me for a long, long time, when they had something called a naked short. They eliminated that rule, which is smart that they did. It was pretty stupid. But the bad thing about it is that when you're trading, it looks like when you're trading, doesn't look like some of the brokerage firms have all those shares to give you. And that's one of the issues. So you got to make sure if you're going to short something, make sure it's shortable and then consider shorting it. But don't always think it's still going to be there because a brokerage firm can only let you short what they have in inventory. All right, guys. Now, listen, we'll see how the market opens up. And like I said, if everything works out, we'll do great. We'll find something. But as of right now, if you're long, you're wrong. All right. We'll be back here at 9:30. Commentating. If you're watching YouTube and Facebook, if you want to join us, feel free to click on the bottom, like us, subscribe to us, and we'll see you back here, when we're ready to start trading when you're ready to join us. But we'll be back at 2:30 and trade the afternoon. Cyber traders, you know what we're going to do? We're going to start commentating once the market opens up. All right, guys? So let's just sit back and watch what happens. I would probably just consider, just to let you know, we might have a nice little slingshot when the market opens up, and then we'll see how things pan out if it's going to continue to short. But I think we're going to have maybe some short covering, whatever. We'll see how that works out. So just be prepared to make some money there, right? Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. We'll see you later.